before I close with a song on the pan flute, coming back to what Jesus could do. At 16, when I gave my life to Jesus, one of the things that he said, Benny, my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. And that was very, very good to me, because my ways said, Benny, you are a 10th standard failure. You have no future left in you. And the doctor said you're going to die in 6 months. And when Jesus said, my ways are higher than your ways, I said, God, what is your way for my life? And that's when in 2002, Jesus said, Benny, I want you to travel to every country by 2010. That was just alarming. Because first thing we look at is money. For whatever we want to do, we allow money to be our final decision maker. You want to buy a nice BMW, first thing you look at is your bank balance. Nowadays you look at what is your credit limit, and then you try to buy things. And here for me, I went back to my Creator. I said, God, if you want me to travel the world, then you have to be my provider. Because I had 1,000 rupees a month being a Viva missionary, and I knew that with that money you can never travel the world. I have an Indian passport, and by then I had already had 2 rejected stamps, one from the UK and one from the US. So I knew that my passport was not good enough for me to travel to the world. My health was so weak, and I had no examples in the front of me to even imitate them. Because there's never been a musician till today who has been to every country in the world. Even Michael Jackson, renown, whoever it is. There's never ever been a musician. And here God picks an ordinary dying soul and he says, Benny, I'm going to create history out of your broken life. So I made 4 financial commitments. I said, I'll never ask for money. I will never borrow money. I will never take a loan from the bank or trust the credit card. Now, if you have these 4 financial principles, it's impossible for you to get into debt. And so, with that, I started off my journey, asking God, you be my provider. I still remember, many years ago when I came to St. Stephen's College, I was speaking at one of the events. A very smart young girl stood up at the end and she said, Sir, why are you spoiling your story by bringing Jesus into the picture? You have a strong willpower. You have worked hard. You have done so much to overcome and fight against all odds, and you have achieved the world record. Why are you spoiling by giving the credit to God? And I want to tell you, my friends, if it was not for Jesus, it is impossible for me to have achieved what I have achieved. Literally, I wouldn't have been even able to speak. I used to tremble in front of people. Even playing my music, I've spent 40 hours of practicing Oh Holy Night. And I would go on the stage, and that's it, my knees start to tremble, and I'm already so scared that I've completely forgotten. And I was so weak, so shy, so scared. And I have nothing. And here today, look, this is the passport that I have, and you can show the first picture on the screen, please. I carry my bag for the sake of the passport. I'm the only one who carries passport for concerts. Yeah. So this is my one passport, and this passport is a proof of how I went to every country in the world. Okay, those are the lines, if you can see. And my favorite part of carrying the passport, even now, is at the immigration desk. You know, when I put my passport across the counter, you must see the facial expression of the officer. Generally, they don't smile, and when you put something like this, they're even more confused. And some of the smart ones would say, Sir, don't come as a family, come one person at a time. When I tell them that I am this one person, they ask me, first question they ask me is, where do you get the money to travel? But why do we allow money to be the final decision maker for things to happen in our lives? Many times the courses we take, the jobs that we look at, it's all decided by money factor. And I want to tell you, for me, the good news when Jesus was born on this earth was that the plans that he has for me are not based on money. And he is my faithful provider. And today, this passport is the proof of how he could provide every bit. Till today, I have lived a debt-free life. On average, I travel about 50 countries. No, I came to Delhi for this thing. I thought, okay, tomorrow I can go back to Bangalore. Just get a call from the bishop's office in Pakistan saying, Benny, your NOC is ready. Please go to the embassy on Monday and collect your visa. And so Monday evening I'll head off to Pakistan to do a concert and then come back on Saturday. You see how exciting life can be. And sometimes I'm in 4 countries in a day. Sometimes 5 continents in a week. And God has been the one who designed this for me. So I cannot keep Jesus out of my life. It's not possible and it is not right. But now coming back, having traveled to all these countries, people can say, Benny, you believe in Jesus because of these passports. But that's not true. See, because if I believe in Jesus, if Christmas means that gifts, traveling the world, I don't need Jesus because, Ambani is enough to finance my travels. If it is healing, even that also. This morning I had a severe headache in Hyderabad, so I took a tablet. Either you can pray and ask God for healing or you can take the tablet. See, you have this option there, but there should be much more than that. The reason why I believe in Jesus is far greater than financial provision, for desires to come true, or for physical healing. The reason I believe is because He was the only one who assured me that He will take away my sins and give me a brand new start. That what He did on the cross of Calvary was that He paid what I was supposed to pay. And that's why today, even if I die today, I know that I have a place in heaven. Not because of what I did, but because Jesus did on the cross. And that is what gave me the assurance. That is Christmas for me. The reason Jesus was born is so that He can die. The reason He died is so that you and I will live and live forever. That's the beauty of Christmas. In fact, the world's the first wireless radio transmission was done on 24th of December 1906 by this man called Reginald Fessenden. And it was incredible when he designed this. He talked to a United Fruit Company, talked to these ships, and he told them, I'm going to do the first transmission in the world, wireless transmission in the world. So get ready. At 9 o'clock on the 24th of December, this is what he broadcasted on the wireless radio. And listen to this, please. And it's incredible what he chose to be the first transmission. Can you turn on the audio, please?
Going round about them.
From the beginning, please.
Afraid. And the angel said unto them,
From the beginning, please.
For behold,
Yeah.
Lord, and lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Saviour, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign over you. You shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. Merry Christmas to all. We will be repeating this program next week at the same time on New Year's Eve. And if you receive this program, please write to us here at the Grant Rock Station. Good night to all.
It was amazing that he chose this passage that broadcasted about the good news of the birth of Jesus Christ. So I'm going to play a song on the pan flute, You Raise Me Up, and you will see the glimpses from the movie Passion of Christ. And for me, this is who Jesus means. He was a true friend who was willing to lay down his life for my sins. And in exchange, he made me righteous to live on this earth. He gave me life to live. I'm 43. I've already surpassed the expiry date that the doctors had put on my life. And he gave me strength to bear each day. He gave me the talent to play this pan flute was an instrument that I picked up in 2012 when I was invited to play at the Paralympic Games in London. And at the time, with 40% lungs, I said, God, what instrument you want me to play that I can inspire people? And that's when the Lord led me towards picking up this instrument, the pan flute. And I said, God, you know that I can't even breathe properly. Many times I have to go to hospital for oxygen. And how can I play this difficult instrument which has pipes of different sizes? And Jesus said, Benny, if I could use 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish to feed 5,000, don't you think that I can also use 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish to feed? Don't you think that I can also use 40% lungs to play the pan flute? So ever since then, I stopped giving idea to God how to do a miracle. And I'll tell you, it's just beautiful. If you have never read the Bible, I would highly recommend just read, and you will be inspired. And that word will become flesh. It becomes real and transforms lives. And for me, that's what Christmas is. Christmas is all about God who was born on this earth. He died on the cross, rose again on the 3rd day, so that you and I can be transformed from darkness to light. And the way he did that was what he did on this video. We'll turn off all the monitors, please, and just keep the main house. Let's play the track, please. Can we have the audio on, please? Can we turn off all the monitors? No monitors, please. Yeah. Some reverb on this. Turn off the lights, please.
request Dr. Bina to come up and present Dr. Benny a flower bouquet. Thank you so much, sir, for challenging us yet again with your fascinating life and reminding us of the futility of thank you so much. You have reminded us today yet again the futility of education or academic degree without a clear calling. Thank you so much.